Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second episode.
Woo! Oh my goodness, it's been too long.
Yeah, trying to fit our busy schedules together, but we're back, everyone. So, woohoo! Thank you for
Yes,
all your love on the first episode. We really appreciate it.
yes, I think we got 10 views, 10 plays. So I'm
Woo!
we're hopefully gonna keep growing. And if you don't know us, my name is Jazzy,
And my name is Gracie.
and we are here to get you through college. That is the point, the ups, downs, and all around. So today we're going to be talking about a few different things. We'll be talking about, checking in, especially within your first week. Like, congratulations, like you just started college. Then we're going to go on to time management because I feel like with college students, time management is something that, it's really hard to learn. But once you get resources, you'll handle it. And then also resources within the school that you can get to help you study and be the best that you can be throughout your college career. So Gracie, how about you take it away with checking in?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say congratulations to everyone, either if you're listening in or watching right now. Congratulations, because I I know that the transition is not easy for anyone and it is different for everyone. And I just want to say congrats and pat yourself on the back for, getting to this point in the semester. Like you are doing amazing, and know that just because you may not feel totally at home yet, it's totally normal and it's going to take a little bit of a transition. And just be proud of yourself that you are here and you are going at it. You are doing your best.
Oh my gosh, quick little story when you're talking about, not used to feeling it being like home. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, Gracie, but my first week, oh my gosh,
Oof.
I was close to crying every night because I'm like, I'm a family oriented person. Like I was so close to my family and I still am.
Yep.
But like, I was 6 hours away from home.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
was like, and then like I remember I called my mom, I'm like, Mommy, I don't know why I'm so sad. She's like, Jazzy, you're away from home.
Yep.
Like, this is the longest you've been away from home without, coming back so soon. So
Yeah.
believe me, if you feel like crying every night,
Yep.
it's don't worry.
It's
We've all been
totally normal. I called my mom 2 times a day for like the whole first semester.
oh my
And
gosh.
I'm not kidding. I called
Oh
her two times a day and I was a wreck. I was a wreck every single day. So you are not alone. Your feelings are valid and everyone is dealing with the same things that you are right now for the first semester, jitters and nervousness and also missing family, no matter how far away you go to college. So just know you're not alone.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. I mean, and like Gracie, like you said, we're all freaking rock stars here. Like the fact that you
Yeah.
got into college, like that's an accomplishment. Okay, like there are
Heck
people that,
yeah.
especially if you're a first generation college student, like congrats. Like it's hard. It's really
It's
hard out there.
amazing. Like I just think I'm just proud of like all the freshmen right now, like that they're like going at it, they're doing their best and they're just plugging through. Plugging through, is that the way to say it?
And
But
no,
you're just
no, yeah, seriously, plugging through. Really, it really
you're
is.
doing amazing and you guys are all rock stars. You guys, girls, pals, all around. You are doing amazing.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, just know, like, make sure you continue to have your support system. Like, besides your family, if you have friends from back home, even if, like, you're not at the same college, like, make sure you just check in on them, make sure you be like, hey, like, I miss you. Like, how's it going? Just so that you have those people there.
Don't be afraid to reach out to people. Like reach out to everyone back home, reach out to your cousins, friends, parents, the people who make you feel most at home. Reach out to them and don't be embarrassed about that. That'll help you. Like I said, I called my mom 2 times a day. That's what helped me get through the semester. So do what you know, reach out to the people who you want to reach out to that will help you through this transition.
And right. And with you, because you went in with COVID. So that was even a
Yeah,
bigger
that was rough.
change because
Yep.
like you graduated high school in COVID, so you already
Yeah.
were limited. And
Yeah.
then after that, you're again limited in college. So like
Mhm.
you know what's funny? I remember we didn't meet till your second, like in person. We didn't meet
Yeah.
because she and I, we met just virtually because of all these COVID restrictions and
Mm-hmm.
this thing and the next thing. But then I remember I met you in a mask. I was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
It was crazy. Yeah, everything was virtual, clubs and everything. Oh, it was chaotic. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, insane. But my goodness, did we get through it? But like
Yes.
one thing I will say that will definitely make you cry is when you see all those syllabuses from every single class. I'm telling you, that's one of the things that like made me very anxious. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. So that's why we're gonna go on to talk about time management because this is
Mm-hmm.
something that's very, very important. So Gracie, since you want to start off a little bit about your own time management.
Yeah, yeah. So a couple things. One, just know that it is totally understandable if you're still learning your time management and how I didn't really get it down, and I don't think I still have it down to be honest. It changes for everyone. So what helps me and Jazzy might not help you. So totally just keep that in the back of your mind. One thing I will say is that high school, it's totally different in the way that you are studying. You're going to school for 6 hours. Then you might have some extracurricular sports, theater, whatever, music. And then you go home, eat dinner, do homework, and go to bed and do the same the next day. Whereas college, it's more so you pick a few classes. Like I have like maybe 3 hour class in the morning or like two 50-minute classes and then I'm done for the rest of the day. And they may be one class in the morning and then one class in the evening. So you have kind of your schedules all over the place. So first semester, you're kind of like getting into a swing of like, when do I do work? When do I study? When do I have clubs and activities? And then when do I have class because it changes. But that's also nice because if you're not a morning person, you can schedule your classes in the afternoon where you can sleep in. So keep that in the back of your mind. One thing that really helps me is the planner. I love picking out my
Oh
planner.
my gosh.
Planner, oh my goodness, planners get me through everything. Every semester I make it my deal. Actually, every year because I pick one for the whole year. Every year, beginning of school year, I go to Staples, I get my planner, and I'm very particular. I have to get the planner that fits what I need and everything. And I find it so fun just looking at planners. I know I'm crazy, but planners really help me. Also, I want to put in here Pomodoro method. The
What? Yeah,
Pomodoro
it's not.
method.
Yeah, that's what when you showed me about. I was like, what the hell is a
Yeah.
Pomodoro method?
It's basically it's a study technique that is kind of based on how our brains can only focus for a certain amount of time. So, Pomodoro method, I don't know who created it. I didn't do too much research on it, but it's studying for 25 minutes, then 5-minute break, and then go back study again for 25 minutes, and then 5-minute
Oh my
break.
goodness.
And it goes on for like 3 hours, and then you have a 15-minute break, and it just says start the video over.
Okay, and you know what's
Yeah,
funny? I do know that. Like, I didn't know that's what it was called, but one of my friends, so she's a writer like me. Like we love writing,
yeah.
and what we did was we did like a writer session, and she found one of those online. It was on YouTube. Like you can find them for free, and like
Yep.
it did exactly that. So I was like, what? I was like, oh, like this is, and you do find out that you get a lot done. And again, it may not work for everyone, or
Yep.
it can work with you for certain things,
Yeah.
so you gotta like
Sometimes it doesn't work for certain days. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel this right now.
mm-hmm.
And one thing that's cool about that is that it comes with themes. So like if you look up Pomodoro on YouTube, you can look up I like the Gilmore Girls theme or Harry Potter. There's study with Rory, study with Lorelai, study with Harry or Hermione, study
Oh.
with McGonagall. Don't know if I said that correctly. McGonagall, yeah. Um, I love Harry Potter, but somehow I can never say her name right. But anyway, they have themes for the different videos, and it's like cool ASMR, like sound effects, and also music for studying. So I love those, and I swear by them. I love the YouTube Pomodoro method videos, and I'll just study to that and plug in my headphones, and it's great. I feel so focused, and I really look forward to those 5-minute breaks to just like look on my phone for a sec, read something for fun, or like do something, go do jumping jacks or something for a little break to get my body moving. So, yeah, that is something I swear by.
Oh my goodness, and a little, and a little R.I.P. to the actor who played Dumbledore from Harry Potter. Like that you
Yeah.
mentioned, I was like, oh, I saw that this morning. I was like, oh my gosh. So a little rest in peace and a little prayer to
Yes.
his family.
Yep.
But yeah, no, thank you, Gracie. No, seriously, time management, it's that's it. It really is a skill. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a serious skill. And it's funny how you mentioned planners. One of my other good friends, it's a joke between me and her. Like she loves her planners. So anytime I reach out to her, I'm like, "Do you want to hang on this date?" She's like, "Let me check my planner." It's a funny joke, but but it's what works for her. And
Yeah.
like with me, what I ended up doing, I had like it was so funny. Like I had a planner and I also had my calendar on my phone. I don't know what it is with me, but like with my phone, I don't know what it is, but I always have to put everything on my phone.
Mm.
Like most of the time when it came to school, it was mostly like just like big projects I put on my phone, while
Yeah.
like minor assignments I use my planner, but or like I would use my reminder on my phone, my reminders to be like, okay, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. But like I don't know what it is with me, but I love, like, especially with iPhone, I love my calendar. That's my, like, literally
As you
I
should.
seriously, girl, like that was me. And like one of the other things, is like, the balance of like, how I feel like that's the biggest issue that people have, having to find that balance. Because
Yeah.
like literally once you turn 18 and start college, you're pretty much in a way an adult, not a full adult, but you're getting there. So
Yeah.
balance is what's very important. And so like that's, like when I started making friends, I was like, okay, now I really have to be like, okay, prioritize when I do homework, when I see friends,
Mm-hmm.
all these other activities. And especially like when I started doing theater, oh my gosh, one of the biggest things that I did doing theater in college, I made sure to bring homework with me to rehearsals.
Yes.
That, just because there are times you're just sitting there waiting for your
Yep.
turn. So, sometimes if you're not memorizing your lines, I'm like, I'm gonna bust out my textbook and be like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like that's and the study groups, I mean, I sometimes it's study groups, it depends. Again, it's depends on all classes. Like sometimes if a class is really hard, like then I would do a study group or something, or I reach out to my friends. I'm like, hey, like, what are we doing for this assignment? Like, what's going on here? And that's something also that, I'm gonna touch upon a little bit because it's in my heart right now. When you
Mm-hmm.
do a group project, that's
Mm-hmm.
something, that takes a lot of time and effort. And like something that I like, sometimes you have to be the one to reach out to people. And it
Yeah.
sucks because it's like sometimes you don't want to be the freaking leader. Believe me, I sometimes don't want to deal with it.
I
But
feel that.
there were many times I had to, because it was like no one was, taking the first step. So, don't be afraid to take that first step. Don't, and honestly,
Yep.
it builds your skills as being a leader. It really does,
Yeah.
making sure everything is done and all that. And like also with time management, sometimes, it's funny. One of my friends, I remember he said to me at one point, I had like ran into him and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna could do laundry. While the laundry happens, I'm gonna take a shower. Like really think, sometimes you really gotta think like, okay, what do I gotta do?
Yeah.
And even as an adult, I do the same thing. So I'm like, okay, what can I do simultaneously? And sometimes I
Yep.
do that too. I do
Yep.
laundry and take a shower. Tip about doing laundry: do it on Friday nights. Ain't nobody using the Friday and Saturday nights. Ain't nobody,
Yep.
before you go out, use the laundry. No one uses
Yes.
it. No one uses it. It's the best
No
time.
one uses it. It was awesome. I just be doing it like 9 o'clock Friday night. Oh, it was amazing. Like
Oh,
deserted. Didn't have to like I could always depend on a machine being open and it was awesome.
seriously. No, seriously. That's like one of my biggest things. But yeah, like, but at the end of the day, just you gotta just find out what works out for you. A lot of it is
Yeah.
going to be trial and error, especially
Yeah.
your first semester. It's gonna be trial and error. Believe me. Second semester, it's gonna be a bit more of a breeze, believe me. It
Yeah.
really would be.
And
Um,
it's okay if it isn't though too. Like if it's still like you trying to like figure out like everything to second semester, don't feel bad about that because sometimes it takes people shorter or longer than others. Like and totally don't be embarrassed by that or anything.
yeah, and sometimes also, think about where you gotta study, where you gotta do work, because like
Yeah.
sometimes your dorm is not the best place. A few
Yep.
times for me it would work, but other folks it
Yeah.
can get distracting. So like, if you gotta go to the library, to a computer lab,
Yep.
to a lounge, whatever is
Yeah.
comfortable for you. Uh,
Also, for that point, I want to mention the so I know our college has a learning center where you can go to and they provide resources for you to study and everything, and also they provide places to study. So they provide whiteboards. If you're a big person who likes to map out their schedule on a whiteboard or map out their math facts on a whiteboard or paragraphs or something, they have whiteboards there. So I'm sure that other colleges have similar opportunities and spaces that you can work, as well as they provide tutoring too. So they provide like students who will meet with you and help you with your courses. And also there's also academic personal trainers at my college where they provide like students who can help you plan out when you're gonna plan with when you're gonna hang out with friends, when you're gonna do your homework, when you're gonna take relaxed time. So like they'll help you schedule out those times, which is super helpful for me with everything like the busy college schedule. They really helped me figure out how to have a life, but also how to keep getting good grades in my classes.
Exactly, especially because, like, like your first semester, don't feel bad if you are only doing one or two extracurricular activities because it's like, granted, like you want to like eventually you're gonna be piling your schedule in college, but the thing is, in your first semester, especially, you should not do that because
Yeah.
that will probably be your detriment. But
Yep.
like once, like some you may want to be an RA on campus, you want to maybe like get a job. Me personally, if you are able, this is something my mother said to me, and not everyone can do it, but if you
Mhm.
can, do not work your first semester of college. That's just my personal opinion because
Yeah.
I made sure I did not work my first semester of college because I feel like if I did, it would have made me stressed out of like having to deal with a job and also deal with school. But again, not everyone is in that boat where there are people that have to work their first years of
Yep.
college, and that's completely fine. And but just know like that's an extra thing on your mind, and so you have to plan accordingly for that. And then like, especially like when you start doing more extracurricular activities and things like that, when you keep building upon it and then you make more and more friends. Because another thing, in college that I noticed, there are people that not everyone you meet your freshman year is going to be there till the day you graduate. There are people that disappear. You never hear from them again. They either not in the school or they still at the school and you just don't see them no more. It happens, but it's like again, it's like a trial and error. Like one thing my mother said, some friends are there for a season and a reason, and very few are there for a lifetime. So
Yeah.
remember that as well. Like some of the people you meet your freshman year may
Yeah.
not be the same friends by the time you graduate, but the ones
Yeah.
that you stick with you till graduation, they the good ones.
Yeah. Don't feel bad about that too. And if you're like struggling right now to find friends and you're just like don't worry too much because just keep in mind because I feel like a lot of people still keep in mind the high school, the cliques and everything. They're like college
Yeah.
has that. But college doesn't have cliques. Like it may like there may be clubs and groups of students who like are upperclassmen and like have had friends from freshman year, but keep in mind that a lot of people are kind of out of that mindset and they're very welcoming, and just don't let yourself get stuck in the mindset of high school where you're the same person as high school and you're in the same kind of social climate. Just know that college is a time to like reinvent yourself and meet new people and don't and I guess what I'm trying to say is that you will meet your people. It will happen, but don't put too much stress on it if you know that your friends right now are not going to be your friends for all of college. Don't put too much
Yeah.
stress on it because I was friends with some people who I was really good friends with them, and then we just kinda grew apart later on, and that was okay. Nothing negative about it. We just kinda grew apart later on in college, and I met other people, they met other people, and it was, like, totally fine. So just keep that in mind, like, don't feel I feel like college is all about the seasons that you're in, and there's different seasons in life and seasons of college, and just keep that in mind.
Yeah, seriously, like me, it's funny. Like I used to be friends with a few people from my major, and like, don't get me wrong, I love being an education major, but like, theater was more my scene. And like, and it was funny, like when I started doing more theater, like I found more folks that I kind of like, like got, I was more friends with, like there's Gracie, and then like I had some other friends too. And then like, and not even just like with theater, but then I ended up just other meeting. Well, actually, no, I have one friend from my major, one other good friend from my major. That's a lie, but but it's like it's like you're just gonna find those people eventually. And so like actually no, I have like I have a few from still from my same major, but like, I have a few. I know I don't think, but it's like I got people from education, I get people from theater. I just I had a friend, just we just happened to meet by chance through a roommate and stuff like that. It's like, you never know when you're gonna find those friends and things like that. So,
Yes.
just, like don't be afraid to like, try a new club, try a new sport, try something different. You're gonna meet a lot of people. And then like me personally, I'm a city girl. I'm a black ghetto city girl from Brooklyn, okay? I most of my and then when I went to college, most of my friends were white and from upstate, and it was great. Like, I had like, I got to meet so many different people, and it was, it was just so fun. Like, like rather like sometimes like me, I'm the type of person I don't stick to my own group all the time. Like I like to expand myself, like I just like to meet new people and like have them learn about me and I learn about them. That's just the type of person I am. So, that's something that you could consider as well.
Yeah, like don't be afraid to branch out and meet new people and join new things, but don't stress your out words. Don't stress yourself out. My
We're here
brain
to
is
have
not
fun, y'all.
working. It's a
We're here to
typical
have fun.
Friday, I guess. My brain is, yeah.
It's Friday. It's raining. I don't know where if whoever's
It's
listening, if it's
like
raining. Oh
a
my goodness.
little rainy near me. Do you have anything else to add? I'm looking at our notes to see here.
You mentioned actually
Um,
something about an if you had an
oh,
IEP. I never had one, but I think you can definitely
yeah.
do this.
So in high school, I had an IEP, which is like it's individualized education plan. And it's for if you might have extra time on tests, you might go to a different room. I had an IP where I would leave the room and I would get some extra time on tests. And when I went to college, it was really important to me that I would have those same resources. So I looked into it, and your college should have those resources in place, and you might just need to send in your like IEP document or 504 plan to them just to get those resources. But each college should provide some sort of resource for you. So I just wanted to put that out there if you had an IEP or 504 to not be embarrassed and not be worried, and advocate for yourself, because in college, no one really advocates for you but yourself. So you just need to be aware of that and advocate for yourself so you get the resources you need in classes and everything. So that has been really helpful for me, is finding those resources. And if you didn't have IP or 504 plan in high school and you are looking to get some of those resources, look on the website, on your college's website. They should have some sort of accessibility services location. You can chat about them on how you could get that implemented, if you can get those implemented. So I just wanted to put those out there for people who may have had a plan in high school and want to look for those resources in college, or uh want didn't have one and wanted to maybe look into it as a possibility in college. So
Yeah, one more quick thing, you mentioned mentor programs. That's actually how Gracie and I met.
yes.
The theater department, they were doing a little mentor program. It was a new thing they started. And like I was like one of the first education majors to do a theater concentration actually at the school. And so our department chair reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we have an education student who's also a theater concentration. Would you be willing to mentor her?" Because like it was a class thing, but like for
Yeah.
me, she just wanted me to just be the mentor. And I was like, Sure, why not? And that's how I met Gracie. So, if there's ever like any mentor programs that you can find within
Yeah.
your major or in the school, that's honestly a great idea. Cause like look at me and Gracie, we're still friends
Yep.
to this day, and you might find your group of friends through mentorship as well, and you can become a mentor yourself
Yep.
eventually.
And
But
that took me reaching out and asking, like, "Hey, are you
oh
still doing
wow.
mentors?" Like, I reached out to her and asked if
Wow.
I could have a mentor. So don't feel bad for reaching out and asking, because if I didn't do that, I would not have met Jazzy and I wouldn't
Yo,
have
I
gotten a mentor.
oh, that's crazy. I didn't know you had to reach out. Wow, that's
Yeah, I had to, like,
insane.
we got like a general email, but then we had to reach out on our own, like, to see or like fill out some sort of questionnaire. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Gotcha. Wow, that's
yeah,
crazy. Talk about, like I said, miracles. You never know how
yeah,
they're gonna happen, right? But
yeah,
before Zoom runs out, I think that is all
yes,
from us today. And
yeah.
please check in. We will be trying to do more episodes more weekly or at least bi-weekly. We're trying. And
Yes.
also look up our new theater podcast that we will be soon uh airing, hopefully within
Yes.
the next week or so.
Yep.
Be on the lookout for that. But please like, subscribe, and share
Yeah.
with your friends. We would like to keep growing and have a bigger fan base. Anything would you like to add,
Yeah.
Grace?
Follow our Instagram and TikTok that we have out there. It is, let me just check. It's College 101 Squad Podcast. Super fun. Trying to get it up. Yeah, College 101 Squad Podcast on both of them. So please look us up, give us a follow, share with your friends, because our goal is even to just help one person with this advice, because we both were looking for this advice when we went to college. So that's our goal. We just want to share this advice with the world and everything. So please share our account and our videos. We're hoping to post more regularly. And also, if you have a question or need advice on something college related, please email our email. Our email is, let me pull it up. It is college 101 squad podcast at gmail.com. Please email us because we'd love to hear from you. And we'd love to answer your questions.
Yeah, we can answer them right in our episodes as well. So definitely keep staying tuned. If you had a question, we will definitely answer it. Heck, we can even have a whole episode just
Yeah.
about people's questions if we get
Yep.
that many. We are here for you. That's
Yeah.
what we are. That's what we're doing, trying to help everyone. But I think that's all from us before Zoom runs out. So
Yeah.
have a good night and weekend, everyone. We hope to hear from you soon.
Yes. Have a good night. Bye, friends.
Bye.